Switching to Apollo from other brands has been just like an amazing experience. They're built like a tank. It is a whole different game. It's a whole different game.
It's been the best scooter I've ever had. My commute when I used to take the bus went from 45 minutes to 15 to 18 minutes going to work. And it's amazing. It's not costing me, it's low maintenance. It's fast, it's comfortable. I feel so comfortable and confident riding that scooter. People ask me, where'd you get that scooter? Where'd you get that scooter?
Hello everyone, now for the third and my favorite episode. Come with me to China and we're gonna look at the production, how it went, how much we're going out every day of the production line, and we're gonna see all the challenges that we face. So let's go! Alright, so we made some progress in our production. So right now we'll go downstairs on the assembly floor and look at what's going on. Alright, so we have a new fitting on the brake handle to stop and prevent leaking. And we had the supplier to come and to really train the employees how to install it as well. So we're making some progress on this and it looks pretty good. This is the new one, this is the old one. And you can see the new one, you have this new recess here, which is gonna go inside and help really grab it to really make a better seal. And not only that, we now have this little O-ring that's gonna go sit inside of it like this. So basically, it's gonna go seal against the hose, and then you have this part that's gonna go seal against the brake handle. So when you tighten all of this, then you have the perfect seal, airtight, and this is how we're gonna ensure that not only it's consistent the experience, but it's never gonna leak in the future after hundreds or thousands of kilometers. One of the improvements we made is regarding the stem. We realized before that when you install it, it's easy to pinch the wire. You can see this one here, there's this gap, and it's basically because the wires are getting pinched. You can see all the wires we have here. Imagine putting this inside with the stem, it's gonna get pinched. So the main reason for this is there is support inside the stem. There is reinforcement bridge that goes behind the light here. And what we decided is to lower the whole LED stem bar a little bit lower. So if I put it next to it here, you can see it's just a little lower, and also to lower the bridge inside. So now the difference is if I touch the bridge, you know, it comes like to my finger here where it folds pretty much. Compared to now, it's much deeper. I can put like basically my whole finger inside. So this is gonna ensure that when I install the headset, it's impossible for the headset to pinch against the bridge inside because there's a gap of maybe 1 inch between the two. So that's gonna remove the defect that we have out of the box that is sometimes created by the user. The second improvement we made is regarding the logo. So you can see this one, there is no logo yet, but on this one that is past of the old production, all of these are the old production, the logo is a sticker. So here we call it a water logo. You put the sticker, you put it in the water and it's gonna go stick on the stem. This is pretty good, but we wanted something that's gonna last longer. And as you know, on all our scooters, we put Foundation Series, well, the first 500 at the back, but on all the Stellar, we put Stellar here, and those are laser engraved, as we showed you before. Now what we do is also laser for the stem. So you can see these ones are the new ones that are laser tagged. And well, first of all, when you pass your finger, you feel it. It's like an etch in the paint, and it's just much cleaner. You know, it cannot get scratched like a sticker, and it's also more consistent, the finish, with the other tags that we have on the scooter because they're all laser tagged. So now we have Apollo laser tag here, Foundation laser tag. We have the Stellar on the other side that is also laser tag. And finally, as I just mentioned, the Apollo logo on the stem, laser tag as well. So just a little improvement that we added on the stem as well like the inner bridge. Right, so we have our first unit of the line. This is the first one, the number one, and we're gonna take it for a spin, make sure that everything works, and we just tuned the hydraulic brakes as well, so we want to make sure that they grip as they should with the 4-piston hydraulic brakes. So let's go. That's good. All right, we are now on the third day, and we're gonna go check the progress that was made between last night and this morning. So let's check it out. So now we have all of these like this until here. These are 52 volt, and all of those are going to be the 60 volt. Those are the 52 volt, and you can see the difference with the tires. So far it seems like we are almost at 120, I believe, between these and these. And now they installed the deck on it, and they finished putting all the screws. So the next step is going to be the stem. After that, we adjust the brakes like they do here, tighten the suspension, and finally put the fenders. So for the suspension, we tighten them with the hand first, and then we're going to use a tool to give it the final spin. And this tool is made really to not scratch anything, and as you can see, really grip the ring at the bottom of the suspension. So as you can see, we have the SOP at the top of the assembly line. So, you know, it shows really how to assemble everything with the pictures and everything. But at the end, we also always have a golden sample like this. And this is to always be a reference for employees about how it should look like in the final stage, you know? So if you're not sure about the throttle angles, you know, or where the sticker goes, even on the stem, well, you come here and you have the final product to really see, well, what it should look like. This is what the quad lock look like when we receive them. Fresh out of the quad lock factory. So we're at the end of the day number 3. Behind me I have 30 Phantom 2.0 finished, or almost finished. And here we have about 70 of them that is not yet completed. We are missing the controller to be able to continue to assemble them. So tomorrow, hopefully, you're gonna see them move right there. And so far, so good. We're on track to reach our target to catch the container. All right, we're now at the start of day 4. We're gonna go check on the production line, the progress that we made since last night. So we can see that we started working on the frames again. That's good. So I can assume we got more batteries and controllers. It looks like we got some controllers. Yes. So we see our new battery connectors here. They're huge compared to a thumb. And I have a big thumb. And we can see everything is a lot cleaner too. You know, shorter wires. That is really just the lane that we need. So in the deck, it looks a lot cleaner than before. I love it. And obviously, the Mac technology. I will show you before versus after for the wire management. So this is what it looks like now. Still might look a bit messy, but it's actually pretty clean, and you have some space to work inside. It's all the loose shrink wrap that makes it look a lot worse. And we have this big ass fuse here. But to give you an idea, you know, there is some room in there, right? Compared to before, look at this. Like, that's a mess. So we're getting there. It's not perfect, but if we compare this to what I just showed you before, it's a world of difference already. Before, after. Aha. Okay, okay. So we can see they were able to assemble more stems, so that's good. So far it looks like we are at about 40 stem assembled, so it's getting there. And we have more units here that we have the controller, the battery. We're gonna close it and assemble the rest. So hopefully by the end of the day, we're gonna be around maybe 75 ideally. So we'll connect later. Today was hot. It's like 37 degrees in the factory and we're sweating our balls off. Pretty similar. All right, so now we are at the end of the 4th day, and behind me you can see we have 38 units fully completed. Pretty good. On this side we have 65 of them half assembled. Basically we have the battery, the controller, just missing the stem and the headset on it, but 90% done. Well, in front of me rather. We have another 67 units that this one are missing the battery and the controller. So today we're really focusing on putting all the electronics in these one and assembling some of the stem. And tomorrow we're going to be putting the stem on all of them and the battery in these one. All right, we are now day number 5. It's now 2 in the afternoon and we're going to give you an update on the production. So now for the scooters. So we have the one like yesterday, missing the controller, and we saw we made a lot more progress here. We are doing this, taping the brake handle, or the throttle in this case, to make sure that the box light works well, you know, by triggering a lot of events like this. And so far so good. They're all good. And on this side, we can see a lot more stem were installed, so that's great. And on this side as well. So I just finished counting and we have 117 units completed. Some of them just missed the handlebar, but that takes 2 seconds to do. So far so good. We'll reconnect at the end of the day to see how many are done for day number 5. Here we also have the new box of the Phantom 2.0. As you can see, the Stellar Edition, and there's a couple of things that are different with this box. The first thing you can notice is the size of the 52-volt scooter on the box is smaller than the Stellar. This was not on purpose. It was always planned to be bigger, but the supplier printed the scooter smaller so the wheels don't end up in those holes. But we really wanted the scooter to be bigger in the box. You know, this one feels a little empty, so by having it bigger, well, it looks better. And anyway, when we're gonna put the clips here to, you know, there's clips that you remove to be able to lift the box, it's gonna fill this. They're black, so it's still gonna look good. And we have again the Stellar mention pretty much all around. And we see here the 53 miles per hour top speed, or 85 kilometers per hour, and the 60 miles of max range, which is phenomenal. And if we turn the box the other way, we can also see the 4-piston hydraulic brakes. I love this asset, it looks beautiful. We have the dual hydraulic suspension, D&M, the bigger battery as we mentioned, and the Mach 3 controller. We also mentioned that for the Stellar Edition, you can climb hills of up to 30 degrees. So those are the difference between the 52 and the 60 volt box. I love this one. I cannot wait to see it in store and at my place. All right, so we are at the end of day number 5. As you can see behind me, we made some good progress. All those one, we're just missing the headset to be installed. It's gonna be done tomorrow. Then we have another 60, even 80 pieces there. Those one, we're gonna install the battery and the controller. We have them, we just need to install them in it. And those one are fully completed. Fully assembled, we just need to put the hydraulic brakes. So this brings us to a grand total of 180 pieces. Again, to load the first container, we need 200 pieces. So give or take, we're missing 20 pieces. So we are on track to reach our target since the container is planned to ship next week. So far, really happy about it, and I'm curious to see how it's gonna go in the next days. All right, now it is day number 6. We're gonna go see the production to see where we are at. So you can see it's pretty good. We're now assembling the rest of the frames to finally be able to complete the first container. This is where we are at now. So it's beautiful to see all those frames aligned. Look at this, the army of scooter. That's what they meant by the Great Army of China. Another issue we've seen on the first production of the 52 volt and the beta production of the Stellar is the COM cable inside the scooter was becoming loose. So we have special connectors like this to make it easier to replace. So you connect it and then you twist it to lock them together. But with vibration, it becomes loose and sometimes disconnect, and then the scooter can no longer turn on until you reconnect this. And there was no protection before over it. So then we put a shrink wrap over it to really, seal it and keeps everything together. Already way better. And from our test on the vibration rig, it was good enough. But we also decided to purchase another type of shrink tube that there's glue inside. So it's hard to see, but this one with the glue is much thicker than the original one here. And basically when you put the heat gun over it, the glue is gonna go over those rings and really seal everything, so it stays shut for years to come. And don't worry, when you cut it after, it's still easy to remove the glue. It's just really gonna seal even better than this thing. And this is what we've been doing on the rig. This is a vibration rig that simulates thousands of kilometers. So you can see this rig, we are really able to simulate a lot of vibration and even wear and tear on the connectors. And we're gonna come back in a couple hours to check how tight it is. So it's been 5 hours. Now we're gonna stop it. And we're gonna go look at if it's loose inside. But right now, before you could just pull and it was going to disconnect. So now you can see it. It's just not going to disconnect at all. Here, interestingly, you can see the glue sticking out. So now we're going to open it. All right, so now you can see the glue inside. And you can see it's doing a great sealing, but it's not going to stay over the connectors. And here we have the connectors, which are still super tight. So mission accomplished. And here you can see the inside where we could see you can see the grid that's on the connector, showing that the contact is perfect between the two parts. All right, so now we're at the end of day number 6. Let's look at how many scooters were made. On this side, we have all the one still waiting for the controller and the battery, but we did receive most of the controller, so that's a good news. Here we are adjusting the brakes. Pretty sweet station. Electronic lifting, so the staff don't have to lift this heavy ass scooter. On this side we have all the completed one. So the first line you can see is the one that the hydraulic brakes were tightened and installed, and there it's the handlebars installed but not yet the brakes. That's what they're doing here with the little cute torque wrench they have to be sure we have the exact perfect torque for the little fitting. On this side, the controllers and the batteries are all installed. We just need to route the cables inside the stem, which is what they're doing here. And all of this is bringing us to a grand total of 205 pieces. So again, we needed 200 for the container to ship. So we're pretty much good to go. Everything should be ready by the end of the week. So right now we are day number 6, so by day number 10 it should be ready to be loaded in the container and then put on the boat on its way to you. We are now at the start of day number 7. It's 8 in the morning right now. We're gonna go see the assembly floor. So we can see here all those handlebars are now installed with the hydraulic brakes. We love that. Feels good. And basically now they are installing all the hydraulic brakes on the brake handles. And then for the one that lost a little bit of oil, somebody's gonna come and bleed the brakes after. But so far, you see like this, it's too loose obviously. While this one feels right. See the difference? But that's planned for, so we're Gucci. right, it is now end of day number 7, and we have some pretty good numbers. There's a total of 237 units. 100 of them are completed, and 137 of them are semi-completed. Like you can see there, we need to put still the headset on this one, but things are moving. We now have 4 days left to finish another 100, so we're on track, but the team need to work pretty hard to get it done. So we'll see tomorrow how it goes. All right, we're at the end of day number 8 and the end of this trip for me. As you can see, the scooters are all assembled. So now we just need to do the 3 last round of QC, package them, put it in a container and ship it to you. As you can see, it's beautiful, so bright. This was a very long trip with long hours, but when you see the result, you realize, yeah, it was all worth it, because what a beautiful piece of machinery we have here. If you like those type of video, let us know down in the comment below, and make sure to subscribe. And if there's anything else you would like to see from the conception of those beautiful piece of machinery, let us know as well, so we can make sure to include them in the next video, because as you know, every time we launch a new model, we come here foot on the ground to make sure that the production is right and to change the little things that's really gonna make this experience special for you. The last thing I'm gonna say is thank you for all your support. I know this production and shipping was a little bit delayed, but I promise it's gonna be worth it. And your support is really what means the world to us and what allows us to continue in this endeavor. So thank you so much, from the bottom of our heart. The whole team of Apollo appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.